Welcome to How to Get Google Certified. So in this video, I am going to show you exactly what it takes to become Google Certified. I'm going to give you all the options. I'm going to tell you all the details and share with you really just my experience in becoming Google Certified myself and how I have helped thousands of other educators get Google Certified. So let me introduce myself. My name is Casey Bell. I'm a digital learning coach, an author, an international speaker. I'm also a blogger at shakeuplearning.com and a podcaster on the Google Teacher Tribe podcast. And so you may see over there to the right that I have a few Google certifications. And I tell people, one, yes, those are bragging rights. And if you are Google certified, you should certainly be able to brag. But I spend a lot of time just trying to keep up with Google and trying to help teachers learn how to use Google in their classroom. And hands down, one of the best decisions I ever made for myself as a teacher, for my students, and for my career was to get Google certified. Now, I have also included here, you can find me on Twitter and across social media as Shake Up Learning, and my email address is on this video. So if you have questions, please feel free, but I do ask that you be patient because my inbox is quite full all the time. But I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can and to help you. So first of all, let's talk about the certifications. There are technically 4 certifications for educators: Google Certified Educator Level 1, Google Certified Educator Level 2, Google Certified Trainer, and Google Certified Innovator. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to focus on these 3. Certified Innovator is very different, and I do have some resources on shakeuplearning.com, as well as an ebook that has more information about all 4 that does include the Innovator as well. And if you do not have a copy of this book yet, grab your copy. You can fill in the form at shakeup.link/gcertbook and get this free PDF download, and it will give you all the details. It's a great reference guide so that you can remember exactly what it takes. But we are going to go a little bit deeper than just what's included in this guide inside today's video. So we're going to start off talking about Google's Education Teacher Center. So this is teachercenter.withgoogle.com, and this is where you can find all of Google's free training. You can find information about the certification programs and free resources for teachers. And they actually just recently renamed it. It used to be the Training Center. Now they're calling it the Teacher Center. And I just wanted you to know that this is there. It's a free resource. And this is also where I get a lot of information. I do also regularly work with Google on different projects, and I actually developed some of the course material that is in the Teacher Center. So I love it as a resource. It's great, and it's a great place to start if you are just deciding to become Google certified. So we're first going to talk about Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2. And I'm going to break it down for you so you know what these mean and what the differences are. So Google Certified Educator Level 1, this is how Google defines this badge of honor, so to speak. Can successfully implement G Suite for Education into their teaching practice to enhance teaching and learning. That's very basic. That essentially to me means beginner to intermediate level of technology integration and G Suite skills. So, take that with a grain of salt, but level 1 is definitely beginner to intermediate. So to prepare to become a Google Certified Educator Level 1, you can work through the Teacher Center Fundamentals course, which is designed to prepare you for that, or you can enroll in my Level 1 Academy. And you can find out more about my online academy at shakeup.link/level1. And I'll talk more in depth about the differences between the two and why I developed my own online course in a few minutes. But let's finish talking about what it takes to become Level 1. So there is a Level 1 exam. It is multiple choice, drag and drop, and performance-based scenarios. So what they're going to do once you register, and by the way, if you register, it can take up to 48 hours sometimes to get your credentials to take the exam. So just keep that in mind. It does not come immediately, and you can't wait till the last minute to register. So once you get those credentials, you will log in with a very specific Google account that they give you. So you will work inside that domain to perform certain tasks. So it's a very different type of test. You know, most people are used to multiple choice types of tests, but this one's actually going to ask you to do things, to create things, to share things inside Google. So you really have to know your stuff. It's a 180-minute exam. And yes, people do run out of time. In fact, that's the number one reason why people fail this exam is they run out of time. It's a $10 fee, so it's actually pretty cheap. If you do fail, you can retake it, so don't let that deter you. But you have to pass with an 80% or above. So there is a pretty high passing rate, and yes, there are people who fall under like 78, 79 who just missed it. It's good for 3 years. So once you get that passing exam grade, you will get your certificate, you will get your badge, and it will have an expiration date on it. And that expiration date is 3 years from the date you took your exam. Now, at the time of recording this video, recertification means you take the test again. That could change in 3 years. So just heads up, you know, once you're certified, it's not good forever. They want to make sure that you're keeping up with everything. Okay, so what's on the Level 1 exam? Well, take a look at this long list. It includes a lot of stuff. So we've got digital learning and technology integration strategies. They're going to talk about digital citizenship, digital literacy. You need to have a really good understanding of what G Suite for Education actually is. And a lot of teachers don't know that. You get your account at school and you go for it, and that's just how you learn. But a lot of people don't truly understand the difference between personal accounts and school accounts and things like that. Covers all of these applications. So we've got Chrome, Search, Drive, Docs, Sheets, Forms, Slides, Classroom, Gmail, Contacts, Tasks, Calendar, Groups, Hangouts, Keep, the new Google Sites, YouTube, Google+, and yes, at the time of this recording, I am not completely sure if Google+ will continue to be on the exam, but I'm going to leave it on there. The Google Support Center, G Suite Learning Center, the Google Help Forums, and the Google EDU directory. So that's a lot of stuff. And you may be looking at this list and you're like, yeah, I know most of this, but there's probably something on this list where you're like, oh yeah, I don't use that. Or my school doesn't allow me to use that. Maybe you don't use Gmail for your email platform. Or maybe you really feel like you don't know what to do with Google Sheets and things like that. There's usually at least a few, even with very advanced users. So don't feel bad about that. It covers a lot of ground. So in order to help you pass this exam and to know where you stand, I have created a Level 1 capacity matrix. And this is essentially a tool that you can use to self-assess where you are. And you can see the list of the concepts and tools in that first column. And then I've detailed them out. So whether it's, knowledge-based or skill-based, and then you can use those little boxes at the end to see where you are, to self-assess your skills. Do I know how to do this? And if you're unsure, you can click on the links, because all of those knowledge and skills link back to a resource to help you review that skill. And all of those link back to either a primary source of Google, mostly the Google Support Center, or from my own blog and resources that I have created. And you can get this free download at shakeup.link/matrix1. completely free. It's just a PDF download, but this has helped thousands of educators pass the exam. Okay, let's move on to level 2. One of the biggest questions I get is how much harder is level 2? So let's talk about level 2. This is how they describe it. Can successfully integrate a wider range of Google for Education tools and other technologies to transform their teaching practice. So notice the word transform is in there. They really want you to be intermediate to advanced. These are, go-to teachers on your campuses that have this level 2 certification. They really know what they're doing, and they really are using it at a different level. They're past substitution, and they're really beginning to transform what's going on in their classrooms. So in order to prepare for the level 2 exam, you can work through the Teacher Center Advanced course that Google has, or you can take my online level 2 academy, and you can learn more about the academy at shakeup.link/level 2. And again, I'm going to go into depth in just a moment about the differences between what Google offers and my courses. So let's talk about what's on this level 2 exam. Well, it is a multiple choice, drag and drop, and performance-based scenario type exam, right? So just like level 1, it's designed very much the same. So if you're watching this video and you've already taken level 1, you kind of know what to expect in terms of the structure of the exam. Okay, it's 180 minutes. It is a little bit more expensive, so it does have a $25 fee. You must pass with an 80% or above. And it's good for 3 years. So very similar, like I said, to the structure there. However, what's on the exam is even more and even deeper. So you will notice here that we do have a repeat of a lot of the core applications, but there's also some lesser used and lesser known tools on this list. And so we see advanced digital learning and technology integration strategies. And whenever we see a repeat of the same application we had on level 1, you're going to take those skills to a different level. So it will be much more advanced. Chrome, Search, Google Scholar, Google Translate, Drive, Docs, Sheets. I will tell you that Google Sheets is one of the ones that a lot of people have to spend more time on. One, just because that's just a common application that a lot of teachers don't know or use. But also Sheets is extremely robust and can get very complicated. So I will tell you, in my course, the Sheets module is the longest. It has the most lessons just because there's so much to know about Sheets. And then we have Forms, Slides, Drawings, Classroom, Google Earth, Google Maps, Gmail, Calendar, Groups, Hangouts, the new Google Sites, YouTube, Google Plus, which may or may not be going away on the exam, Blogger, the Google Arts and Culture, or what's now called the Google Cultural Institute as well, Google Translate, and Expedition. Sorry, I believe I just repeated Translate on there twice, but and even Google Expeditions. So there's a lot of things on this list that you probably have not experienced in some way. So this one, I see level 2 as going deeper into the core applications, but also going very wide into some of those lesser used tools. So I also created a level 2 capacity matrix that you can get for free on my website, shakeup.link/matrix2 to get the level 2 version. And, work your way through these skills. See what you know, see what you don't know, see what you can teach yourself or find an answer to. So in order to prepare for this level 2 exam. Okay, now the exam itself can be quite daunting. One, a lot of people just are not good at taking exams. Two, the exam, the way they give you the exam can be really confusing the first time you do it. And I have put together a PDF download that has 12 tips. It's 16 pages long on how to help you, how to understand the registration process, tips, things to watch out for, pretty much all of the things that I've learned or I've learned from helping other people just to get over the hurdle of the exam. So you can get that free download at shakeup.link/pass exams. And again, just another free resource to help you get certified. Okay, so let's talk about the Google Certified Educator Academies. These are the online courses that I offer, and these are prep courses to pass the exam. These are like online boot camps, and I will tell you the reason why I developed this. First of all, I have been doing boot camps for several years now, and the idea of teaching this face-to-face is so exhausting. I have done it and it wears me out as a trainer. It's really hard as a participant to get everything you need out of that face-to-face environment because everybody walks in with a different set of skills. So it becomes really hard to get everyone on the same page and to help you remember everything you need to remember before you walk out those doors. So I will tell you, many people end up attending these face-to-face boot camps more than once. I had repeaters, and that may sound like I wasn't a very good teacher. It wasn't that. It's just that it's so much information to remember. And, I gave some additional resources, but you don't have the teacher at your fingertips. You don't have someone there because it's just hard. And if you've ever been to a training, right, the ones that are really long and teach you a lot, they may be really good, but your brain gets full and it just becomes really hard to keep going. So I have sort of resolved that I'm not going to teach this face-to-face anymore because I feel like it's just not the right way to teach and prepare educators that have a million different skill levels, and to bring that into an online environment, a self-paced environment where you can get what you need when you need it. Move at your own pace. And, if you want to skip around because you're, already have the skills based on how you self-assess yourself on that matrix, you're going to be able to find exactly what you need and get what you need from this course. So inside the level 1 course, just to give you a quick overview, it is a self-paced course, like I mentioned. There are over 40 video lessons that I do. These are hands-on, me teaching step-by-step where to click tutorials on all of those skills that you need to learn. There are also over 20 PDF downloads. So these are lesson downloads. These are lesson checks. This is all study material that you can get. If you like to print, you can print it, or if you like to keep it digital, you can save it to your Google Drive. There's also an exclusive and private community that you can join for level 1. And this will also give you access to other educators who are working towards the same goal. You can form study groups, you can ask questions. I'm also going to give you lots of testing tips on how to pass this exam. I'm going to give you what I call the level 1 challenges, and these are going to mimic the test. So it's really, really hard to prepare for this exam because of the way they give you the tasks, the performance scenarios that they give you. And so I have developed these challenges to help mimic those tasks. I'm also throwing in a special bonus just for level 1. So because level 1 covers more about Google Classroom, I have actually taken my entire Google Classroom masterclass and I put it inside this academy. So you're actually getting more than what you need just to pass the exam. That masterclass has all of my favorite tips and tricks in it. So you can really take your Google Classroom skills to the next level as well. And also new this year, I have decided based on how much time you spend on this course and how much time you spend preparing for this exam and taking it, to actually up the credit. So I'm going to give 12 hours of credit for this course. Now that's not affiliated with anything specific, or there's no graduate credit, and there's, it depends what your school or your state require. Everybody's a little bit different. This is just a general certificate from me, signed by me, with how many hours you completed in the course. And this course sells for $329. Okay, moving on to level 2, very much the same kind of structure to the course. So it's self-paced. We've got over 40 video lessons. We've got more than 20 PDF downloads. We've got the lesson checks. We've got the private community, the testing tips, and those level 2 challenges. Like I said, those are the testing scenarios, and 12 hours of credit. And this one is also $329. So same idea, but the content will be the content to pass the level 2 exam. And now let's talk a little bit about the difference between what you get from the Google Teacher Center versus what I teach in my courses. Like I said, I actually developed some of the content for Google in the Teacher Center, so I'm not knocking it. It's great. It's free. And if that's enough for you, that is absolutely okay. But I want you to know what to expect, because a lot of teachers need some additional help. They need to be able to ask questions, and they need that extra push to get there. So the Google Teacher Center, the content is mostly text-based. So if you go into the Teacher Center, you will see that you can read about whatever it is they're talking about, the skills, the application of it in the classroom. There are additional links to the support center that are generally where you get the how-to. You will not find a lot of video tutorials in there. The videos that are there are short, and most of them are really just about best practices and maybe 2 minutes or less. There may be a few videos that are a little bit longer, but they're really short videos, and they're not hands-on tutorials. The content in the Teacher Center is organized by topic, like how to create a paperless classroom, feedback, and all kinds of things that are not specific to the application. So several applications are sprinkled through every topic. And that can be great if you know what you're doing, but if it's brand new, it can be really hard to jump into one of those lessons, because it's almost like they start in the middle and expect you to already have some basic skills. And so that's why when I created my academies, I organized the content the way that works for me, because I have taught this so many times. Like I said, you can skip around, but if you're looking, say, for the lesson on Google Sheets, you're probably going to see Google Sheets in a few different lessons, and you can't actually just skip to it. You're completely on your own. This is a completely independent activity if you choose to do this. There is no support group. There's no way to connect with others that are going through the course or to ask questions. It's just there. It's just a website. It's free. You can work through it whenever you want. And they do not offer any professional learning credit, nor do you get credit for actually passing the exam. So the exam will give you the certification, the actual certificate, and the badge, but there's no hour credit or CEUs or anything that's connected to that. Okay, in my academies, it is hands-on instruction from me, and I have been globally recognized as one of the top Google certified trainers in the world. I have actually helped more educators in the US get Google certified than anyone else in this country, and I'm very high on the global scale as well. So if you really want someone who knows what they're doing, trust me. The content is organized by application. So as I mentioned, my content is organized in a completely different manner from the Teacher Center. And I did that so you can build on the skills you have and skip to sections you need to work on. So if you're at the very beginning level, yeah, I'm going to recommend you work in order. But if you already have some of the skills and you just need to fill in the gaps, that's what you can do inside my course. It's designed to guide you through the entire process. Okay, so it's like having someone tell you exactly what to do step by step so you don't miss a beat. And then, of course, I am giving that professional learning credit, and it is 12 hours. and giving you also access to an exclusive and private community that is just for students of the course that you are taking. Okay, so you can connect, so you can form study groups, so you can ask questions and get help. Okay, so let's move on and talk about Google Certified Trainer. This one is much more in depth. So, if you're watching this video and you haven't taken any exam yet, but you have the goal of trainer, hang tight, okay? Because I'm going to give you some important information, but I'm also going to tell you about some resources that you can get to learn even more. So, this is how they define it. The Google for Education Certified Trainer program is designed for educators with a strong history of providing Google training in schools, including creating informative learning materials and enthusiasm for digital learning and technology. Okay, so when you apply, they're actually looking for someone with experience as a trainer and providing training on Google. Okay, very, very specific. So in order to prepare, you can work through the Teacher Center training course, or you can take my Become a Google Certified Trainer online course. And you can learn more about that and get more videos and more information, like I said, about the entire process by going to becomeagoogletrainer.com. So I broke this down into this infographic, and I call it the 6 steps to Google Certified Trainer, and there's a bit.ly for you if you want to go visit this post and get this infographic. But I'm going to walk you through step by step all of these 6 steps. I want to tell you, first of all, I did actually pull the steps out of Google's Teacher Center and in the order that they provided them. But I want to tell you, as I go through this, these steps do not necessarily have to happen in this exact order, and this will make more sense as we go. So step 1 is the trainer course. So you want to work through this course, and I will tell you that the trainer course is really focused on best practices as a trainer, adult learning strategies, leadership, all of those types of information. So, working through this course will help prepare you for step 2, which is what is called the Trainer Skills Assessment. Okay, I will tell you, this exam is way less daunting than level 1 and level 2 because it's only 25 questions and they're all multiple choice and matching. It's 90 minutes and it's only $15. Okay, so this test is not that scary. You also have to become a Google Certified Educator Level 1 and Level 2. So I've already been through what those require. So the deal is, as I mentioned, you don't have to go in order. You can take these exams in any order that you want. Okay, you actually don't have to become a Level 1 before you become a Level 2 either. So this just means that you can take these in any order that you want. However, when you fill out your application for trainer, you will submit all 3 of the certificates. So you'll get a certificate when you pass the Trainer Skills Assessment, which was number 2 here. You'll get a certificate that shows you have become a Google Certified Educator Level 1, and you'll get a certificate that says you've become Level 2. So you'll submit all of that documentation with your application. So you also have to film a trainer video for your application. And this is how you can distinguish yourself. It's a 3-minute video, which 3 minutes, y'all, goes by so fast. You have 1 minute to explain why you wish to become a trainer and what makes you unique and googly. And the final 2 minutes, you're going to teach the audience how to do something in G Suite. And they really want you to stick to the core applications, and they want them to be advanced. And when they say screencasts are preferred, they prefer screencasts. So you will create and edit this video, make it your best representation of exactly what you have to offer as a trainer. And then you put it all together and you fill out the application. So the application will have all kinds of questions. They're going to ask, for contact information, your experience level. There'll be some short answer questions. They're going to ask for links to materials that you have created. They're going to ask for how many trainings that you have recently conducted. And then they're going to ask again for all of that proof that you've passed those exams. You've got level 1, level 2, and the trainer skills assessment. So once you do that and you actually click apply, you're going to be in a process here that could take 6 weeks or longer even. So after you've passed, again, those 3 exams, you get the certificate. I kind of consider that your eligibility to apply. So the applications must be accepted and approved by Google in order to receive the certification. However, just because you did all of those things doesn't mean you are automatically approved, okay? They are looking for the best, and there are a lot of little things to watch out for. So, it does take a lot of work to become a trainer. And you can apply anytime. However, those applications are reviewed on a rolling basis. So I just want to warn you, if you go into the application and you look at it and, you start it, you may get an email that says you only have so many more days to apply. That's to get into the next round. So you can actually click submit any day of the year. So don't let that really freak you out. I wish Google would change that because I feel like it's misleading, because you can actually apply anytime you want. So if you want to become a Google certified trainer like myself, you could be presenting not only all over the world, but for Google. So I have presented, as you can see me there, in the Google for Education Teaching Theater at a conference, and I have now done that year after year at several conferences, and it's an awesome experience. It's a really great opportunity to take your career to a new level. It's a great way to bring in additional income. There are no guarantees about that, though. You have to work. I have worked very hard to get where I am and to build my resume as a trainer. So if you want to learn more about this particular course, you can go to becomeagoogletrainer.com. And inside this course, you're going to find some different types of lessons than what are in level 1 and level 2. Again, it's self-paced. There are over 30 video lessons, but I'll tell you, this course has been around the longest and is actually around before level 1 and level 2 were a thing. And I kept all of my videos in there, teaching different applications in the archive. So I just went ahead and kept that in there so you can go back and reference it. So if you've already got level 1 and level 2 and you're looking at trainer, you're also going to get some free stuff in there as well. You've got PDF downloadable study material. I've created this ultimate Google Certified Trainer planner and checklist, which is designed to help you plan, to get dates on your calendar, to set deadlines for yourself, to accomplish things, to work on that resume, to apply to present at conferences, all of the things that you need to do in order to get approved as a trainer. Of course, we've also got a private community. I'm going to give you testing tips. I'm also going to give you pro trainer tips. So I'm going to tell you exactly everything that I have learned as a trainer to help you become the best presenter that you can be. I also have a lesson in there on how to market yourself as a trainer. So if you want to do this and you want to put yourself out there and make some additional income, I'm going to give you some tips. And I'm also going to give you 12 hours of credit for this. And this course, just like level 1 and 2, is $329. So if you are interested in any of these courses, this is really important. They only open twice a year, May and November. So enrollment is going to open on Tuesday, November 20th, and it will close on December 4th at midnight. Okay, really, really important that you pay attention to those dates. I get emails the day after, so I'm going to get emails on December 5th. Please let me in, please let me in, and I'm not going to do it. This deadline is firm, and there is a really good reason I say what I mean, okay? So mark this on your calendar. because you will not get a chance until May. So if you want to work over the holiday break, the Christmas break, the winter break, whatever breaks you have in November and December, this is your opportunity. And once you're enrolled, you have access whenever you want. So this is just enrollment, the deadline to enroll. You will have lifetime access to any course that you purchase. And that means until I decide that that course goes away or turns into something else, you've got it. And at a minimum, I'm guaranteeing that for 1 full year. So you can work through those. Okay, so let's take a look at what these courses look like. So my school is shakeuplearning.teachable.com, and I want to show you what these courses look like. So I'm logged in as a student right now in my Teachable school, and you can see I'm enrolled in several courses here, but we're going to go into level 1. And so I love the Teachable platform. It's very organized. It's very intuitive. You know, it obviously is telling me just to start, I can click to go to the first lecture. And so this one's just the welcome and overview, but it's videos. And I've also made all of the videos available as a download. So this means if you have trouble with internet connections, you're traveling, you live out in the country, whatever it is, this is an easy way to still be able to access these wherever you are. And you'll see, you know, how long the videos are. You can also see that over here in the side as you see all the lessons listed. You can also change the speed and the quality of the videos. So you can speed me up or slow me down. Like I said, this is your pace. You decide. So if you're reviewing something, you may want to put it in double time and just go through it really quickly. You can also change the quality. So they are HD videos, but you can actually take them down if your connection is just too slow to handle it. And then you'll also see any downloads. So this particular lesson is voice over slides. And so any lesson like this, you're going to get as a free PDF download. And then you'll see any other resources and things like that. But I'm just going to scroll through this so you can see here's the Chrome lesson, the Google search, Google Docs, slides, forms, all of these. Again, I just keep going and going. This is a massive amount of content, a lot to learn here. And so you can go to any lesson you want, you can jump to it, get the video, get the resources. So almost all of the core lessons are going to have all of these additional resources down below to help you. And these go back to the support center. So if you forget or you need a quick tip, those are all there. There's the challenges, exam overview, and then to claim your certificate, there's a quiz at the end. Once you take that quiz, your certificate will be emailed to you. So this is the level 1 course, but the structure is pretty much the same for level 2 and trainer. Of course, the content is different, but I just wanted to give this to you as a quick overview so you can see what it looks like. Now, let's talk about the pricing options because they have changed since May. So if you have seen this on my site before, you may have been accessing some old information. So the courses, the individual courses, level 1, level 2, and trainer are $329 each. But I also have some bundles, and you can save money on bundles. So if you want to work on more than one certification, you can actually purchase these at the same time. So level 1 and level 2, 2 and trainer, or 1, 2 and trainer. So you can save $100 on the bundles of 2 or save $250 on all 3. However, I caution you, like I said, trainer is not for everyone. You know, really consider what it is that you want to do and what you're willing to work for. So if you're not quite there for trainer, or maybe you don't really understand what it is, be sure that you watch the videos on the trainer course page and make sure that that's the right choice. There will also be payment plans available once the courses have opened. I do accept purchase orders, and if you look on the course page on the school, let's see if it has loaded back here, there is a link right here, and you can actually use a little form here to request to purchase with a purchase order, And I'm accepting those now just because sometimes it takes schools a long time to get purchase orders, and that window to enroll is so short. And then, of course, there are also going to be some bulk prices for large groups, and there is even some licensing available for campuses and for entire districts. So if you're watching this and you want your whole team, your whole school, or even your whole district to get Google certified, you can actually save quite a bit of money. Okay, so let's hear from some of my graduates. So some of the people who have taken these courses, this one is from Mark Stone, and he actually lives abroad. He is not in the US. He is actually in a really tiny country, and he wrote me this glowing recommendation. The video courses and modules you prepared are excellent and were of huge benefit as I prepared for the exams. To be honest, I might not have even bothered if it weren't for your course. Quite simply, the time and effort you have given to this really makes a difference. First, to have a real voice and face speaking to you is huge. You have an excellent presentation style, which is great. Second, and most important, is your depth of knowledge. You don't miss anything. I passed level 1 and level 2, and thank you for that, Mark Stone. Stephanie Smith says, I used Casey's course to review all the concepts and give me confidence to rock that test. Casey Bell, I love how you present everything with such clarity and excitement. And Leslie says, I have been wanting to become a Google Certified Educator for a while. I found this course, the content, and the organization of it all to be just what I needed to begin this learning process. The format is versatile with features to help the participant personalize their own learning path and pace. I'm loving this course. Thank you for that, Leslie. And I'm going to hit a few of the FAQs, the frequently asked questions that I always get. So before you click submit and actually send me a question, pay attention to these. Do you have to be a classroom teacher? No, you do not have to be a teacher in a classroom or even employed in education to take the exam. I actually had a doctor in one of my courses who took the exam and passed. However, the exam and the training materials are designed with classroom teachers in mind. So especially level 1 and level 2, the material there is meant to be there to help teachers. How long will it take to become certified? This is probably one of the top questions I get, and I wish there was an easy answer. But that totally depends on the type of certification you're reaching for and your skill level. Everyone is different. So it's not a simple answer. For level 1 and level 2, you'll use that capacity matrix to self-assess and see how much you need to learn. So, if you're still new to Google, it's going to take you a lot longer. But those of you who've been using G Suite for many years and already have a lot of the skills, you may be able to take the exam in just, a few days or a few weeks. Trainer is going to depend on your experience level as a trainer and what kind of resume you need to build. So some people for trainer, they can go take the exam and work on that, but they still have to get the experience as a trainer. How long are the courses? So to more specifically answer the question of how long it will take you to get through the actual course material, level 1 has more than 11 hours of video, okay? But it is self-paced. So you can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can go back and review. Some people will watch lessons over and over again, so it might take you longer than 11 hours. But that's the general consensus of how long the content is that's in the course. Level 2 is over 8 hours, okay? Self-paced, you can control the videos yourself. And the trainer has around 6 hours of video learning, but could require much more time to prepare for the application, create the video. It's quite in-depth. When do the courses start and finish? So, as soon as you enroll, between that window of November 20th to December 4th, you will have full access to the course as soon as you purchase. No waiting, you get everything on day 1. You decide when to start and when to finish. And how long will I have access to the course? As I mentioned earlier, you will have lifetime access to this course. At a minimum, is guaranteed for one full year. So you get everything. the videos, the tutorials, the contents. I will tell you, I have no plans of taking these down or changing them, but I'm also beholden to Google. Google has the right to make changes to what this program is. So if I hear anything, I obviously pass that along, but I really can't make guarantees past a year. And you know what? If you attended something face-to-face, you're never going to get access to a trainer for a full year. If you have more questions, you can use the contact form below if you're watching the webinar version of this. If you're on YouTube, feel free to use the comments below. Or if you're on Facebook, of course, use the comments below this video as well. If you're somewhere watching it where you don't have that option, feel free to email me, tweet me, or jump on over to Shake Up Learning and you will find some way to contact me and ask your questions. So, are you ready to get Google certified? Whatever your goals are, wherever you are, this can really be a huge game changer. I will say that, even just for level 1, this can greatly change what's happening in your classroom and can be such a huge benefit to you as a teacher, but also your students. You're going to connect with new people. You're going to learn new ideas and new skills and new ways to use G Suite tools in your lessons and in your assignments. So, I just feel like this was something that was such a huge part of getting me where I am today. When someone asked me the question, wanting advice, they're like, Casey, how did you become a trainer, and how did you get here? And I will tell you, the biggest change to my career was becoming a Google Certified trainer. And of course, this was several years ago, but it opened so many doors for me. And I will say, just being able to connect and to learn, because I thought I was pretty good with Google, but when I started pursuing these certifications, I really knew what I didn't know. So there's just so much out there and so much to learn. So let me help you get there. So mark your calendars. These courses will only open twice a year. Again, enrollment opens on Tuesday, November 20th, and will close on December 4th at midnight Central Time. They will not reopen again until May, so get on the wait list. And you can find all of the courses and the wait lists at shakeuplearning.teachable.com. Click on the course you're interested in, and there's a form at the top to get on the wait list. If you happen to be watching this video during the window, skip the wait list, click enroll. Okay, I want to help you get Google certified, and you don't want to wait until May. Get started on this now. So thank you so much for your time. I hope this information is useful to you, and best of luck in your Google certification journey.